Well, good morning everybody, welcome back to Motorhome in Fun. We've come out with Sky on another one of our little walks, and this morning we've come over to Stanwick Lakes in Northamptonshire, so we'll just spin you around. So we're starting off at the play area in Stanwick Lakes, and we're going to take a nice little wander about. Sorry if you are picking up any wind noise on this little video walk today. We've come without the external mics, and it's a little bit breezier than what I thought it was, so just come with us. Right, so we've come here mainly today because I had to pick some medication up from the local health centre at Borough. That's for my Graves' disease and thyroid. I've been on a beta blocker, and I've been saying the last week or two I've been having some problems with my hands, very cold, red marks on them, stiff, swollen, and they do believe it's a symptom of my old beta blockers I've been on since Christmas time. So they put me on a new medication now, just a low dose. I want to try and wean me off them gently and that, but we're going to give those a try, see if it makes a difference, and that's so hence why we're over here today. So if you've been watching my spinal surgery progress, everybody, some probably people haven't even watched those, but things are going well everybody, and that we're about 4.5 weeks in now, as I've said on the other vlogs. We're ahead of schedule at the moment from what the physio tell me. I went to see them on Thursday the 26th, and they give me a bit of a progress report and said I'm well ahead, and that I'm almost a week 8. They said some people are still walking in with a walking stick at week 4. Doing everything right. I've been no bending, lifting, twisting and that, mainly just doing walks and increasing the walks as the weeks go on, which they said was the best form of exercise to do. So hence we are getting out, me and Sky. So so come with us. As I say, today is just a little loop round Stanwick Lakes. You've probably seen us, been here before and that, so it's a lovely little place just to get out and about. As you can see, it's not the nicest of days today, a little bit dull and overcast. Yesterday was a lovely bright sunny day where you could have the doors open. A little bit cold, but it was such a difference when it's a bit of sunshine and that. But as I say, today is totally opposite. That's my girl in front, Sky. 4 years today it was since she was really seriously ill and poorly in a vet's at Hitchin, the other side of Bedford. Thankfully she pulled through that, everybody. Just a brief little story that she inhaled a grass seed and it migrated through her body and caused a massive abscess on a lower lumbar portion of her back. Local vets where she went to start with, they couldn't get on top of it, didn't know what it was, and it was only when they done a CT scan at the big vets, a bit like the super vet, they come out and well, they basically told me that they found a grass seed she'd inhaled and it migrated all through her lungs and through her body, and causing a big abscess, basically poisoning her. So thankfully she recovered from that. What was that? That was about £11,000 later. She did have pet insurance which covered a nice proportion of it, but she's here to tell the tale. Well, I think things are looking better now for our first motorhome trip in early May. Now things are progressing nicely, unless we have a bit of a relapse or whatever. As I say, we're due to go down to Uphill Marina campsite in Weston-super-Mare. I think that's the Tuesday after the first bank holiday in May. Regarding the shoulder, we've got no firm date yet, but we're still thinking it'll be second week of June. That's what I've been told, so I'm just waiting for that to drop in the door anytime soon. Well, I'd like to apologise for the lack of drone footage lately. We've exhausted all the drone footage at the moment. Most of those last ones are back from that filming day back on the 14th of February, and we did put it in the little camper today, but weather's not great, so we'll see what it's like once we leave here, if we can get any drone footage anywhere. If it's breezy on the ground, it's a lot more windier higher up in the sky, so yeah, we will get out and do some more probably local villages footage, and that's what I tend to do locally, and that film local villages and that, but I'm itching to get flying again, everybody, and that, and as I say, sorry I can't bring you nothing like that at the moment. Right, I think we'll head over the bridge today. That takes us over the River Nene, and we'll come into Stanwick Lakes from the far end round, and that's a nice little walk. We enjoy it, and Sky does as well. We've got no bow with us today. I think next week we'll possibly try and see if we can manage 2 dogs. We're going to, well, we've lost a poo picker upper now, so we are allowed to bend a little bit more, so we have got a bit more flexibility and that, so let's head over the bridge. As I say, just a little bit wet and drizzly. We've already got a body warmer on, so we don't want to get too wet this morning. So that's a River Nene, and that sometimes you do get some canal boats moored down the bottom there. Not today. Right, so we're heading on the what they call the Nene Way now. This is basically a footpath at the bottom of the farmers' fields, and we've got the river on our left hand side, and what we do is we skirt around the bottom of the what they call the Northamptonshire frontier camp, which is a bit of a camp for where all the local schools use, and they come from all around the country. Bit of a activity centre it is, so we're going to go up to there, and then we'll come to the we'll come back to the Nene where the I don't know what you call it, where the boats go through. I can't think, the lock gate it is, and that, and then we've got 2 directions we can go up to, either Northamptonshire itself, or we'll come back into Stanwick Lakes from the lock gates. So as I say, we'll just see how we go, how we're feeling, and what the weather's doing this morning. The Nene Way. Well, we'll give Sky a bit of freedom now. She's off her lead, and that I think we're just about okay to bend and put the lead on a harness. Right, so we're nicely making our way along. We're just over a mile in on our walk at the moment, and the drizzle has currently stopped for the time being. As I say, Sky's enjoying herself. She wanted to come this way this morning, that's why we come over the bridge then instead of continuing around Stanwick Lakes itself. And I must admit, I do like coming this way as well. So no more appointments at the moment, apart from the follow-up with the consultant. As I say, that is Easter Saturday, and that's for the spine. and thyroid next appointment is the 22nd of May for my next follow-up, so which will need to get some bloods done again before that, and hopefully, as I say, it'll be the countdown to the shoulder surgery, which in some ways I'm really looking forward to after having 3 years of shoulder problems. So it'd be nice to get that done and dusted and out of the way, so and then we can start to enjoy life, retirement, relaxation. Mainly I want to get some jobs done around the house as well. I've got a bucket list of jobs at the moment mounting up, and just been not able to do them. I have been told I can mow the lawn now, just do things in moderation, nice and slowly, and little jobs around the house and things, even push the hoover and do the washing now. So I'm happy in some respects that I'm being told I can do more. So down there is a little launching area they go from. Right, so we just make a bit of a left turn here, skirt around these more buildings from the frontier camp. These are sort of little accommodation blocks. Right, sometimes a little bit muddy down here, so let's see how it is. Not too bad. So we'll have a head along the riverbank now, up towards the lock gate. Right, just keep watching our footing. We don't want no accidents now at this stage. The sun is trying to come out as well, so that's another plus on today's walk. Do give me a thumbs up, everybody, maybe leave a comment, and as I say, if you could subscribe if you're not already, that would be appreciated. We have reached the magic 2,000 subscribers, and yeah, it did go over a few more, but it's gone back to 2,000, and it'll probably go below 2,000 again. But once I get travelling again in the motorhome or camper, that's what people like to see, our travels, site reviews, walks around different places, and that, as I've said, I've got a bit of a bucket list of places and areas we want to go to again, new places, new, as I say, new areas we haven't even been to even all my lifetime, and that, so there's still lots of Great Britain and even Ireland, Wales and Scotland to explore. Right, so head to the lock gate. I don't think we'll be lucky enough to see any boats coming through today, but you never know. Right, little left turn, get to the lock gate. This is the lock gate. No boats in sight, everybody. The water levels do look quite high. They're coming over the top of the gate there, I can see. That's due to all the amount of winter rain we've had. So we'll show you the way we could go back, which is the quick way. I've got a feeling we're going to go the longer way today. I feel like just pushing myself to do a bit of a 3-mile walk, but if you go over here, what you'll come to is a little bridge, and this is a slightly quicker way into Stanwick Lakes. Excuse my phone saying the mileage, but that is a little track. That is a little track you'd take back to Stanwick Lakes if you want to get back quicker. Right, so back we go. We're going to go head in towards Northamptonshire direction, past where the old football ground was, the Northamptonshire Diamonds, or Rushden and Diamonds football, and that Mr. Max Griggs' empire from years ago. He was Mr. Airwear, who done the Airwear boots, the Doc Martens, and he had a football club called Rushden and Diamonds, what got progressed through the leagues and that, and then it went into administration and everything, and now it's just a flattened area and that. But it's a bit of a crying shame how the team went, just like my own team, Kettering Town. I was a long time supporter for many years, home and away, and then they lost the ground, went to play somewhere else as they do now, and I just lost my interest in local football. So we'll head here. This is about a third of a mile walk up to the old football ground and the car parks, which we'll get to soon. Right, so we're coming to the grounds of the old football club now. You've got car parks on our right. You've also got the car parking on our left. The building down the bottom there, that was part of the football club. I'm not too sure what that's used for now, but it's the only part left. And we'll walk along here and we'll show you where the ground was. So the football ground was here on the right. You can see all overgrown. The section there was where the main away support stand was. We've got the big gates here where at full time they used to open and all the fans used to come flooding out, so that's where the main gates were at full time. And as I say, the pitch and everything was in there. It was a lovely ground, everybody, so do Google it, Rushden and Diamonds. You'll see some pictures of the old football ground and everything and that. But as I say, lovely area, all gone to pot now, and I always keep saying this is where we need a new local hospital. The infrastructure's down here, the space, the car parking and everything, but they don't listen to Ian, do they? So never mind, I'm sure it'll be something one day, no doubt, just some warehouses. So we're heading over the Northamptonshire Bridge now, the old bridge, and you'll see the main new bridge from the A6 in front of it. We have done some drone footage from here in the past. Alright, we'll think about putting Sky on a lead a little bit further along. She certainly needs to go on a lead into Stanwick Lakes, because there are lots of signs up saying dogs not on leads, you'll get fined. I don't know whether I've mentioned it or forgot to mention it. Had a little problem with a motorhome the other day during those high winds. I got up in the morning about 5:30 to take Sky for a walk, and I thought, what's this on my drive? I thought it was a dustbin lid to start with, and then I realised it was the motorhome skylight window. There are two of them, and somehow it was dislodged, blown off and broken, so we're going to need a new one of those. And that had visions of me going on a ladder trying to get up there to at least try and fix it temporary back in place to stop the rain getting in, but luckily I managed to do it from the inside, get it in position and hold it down with some gaffer tape. So we had a local caravan man who does maintenance, he's come round, and unfortunately it's going to be a new one at a cost of £260 fitted. So not a good week to find that on the floor. I don't know how it worked loose or whatever. It's normally clipped down, but it did. We have ordered some little Hecky roof light little locks for about £4, so hopefully that'll eliminate the problem again. So we're just going over the old bridge now. This was in use till a few years ago, had a weight restriction limit on it, but have closed it fully to traffic now. And you can see that is the main A6 bridge at Irflinborough. So you can probably just about make out the old bridge with the arches. As I say, we've done a few drone flights from taking off near this point and over the main new A6 bridge. Right, so we're going to head into Stanwick Lakes now. It's about another mile from this point to where we parked in the car park. We're about, what are we? We're 2.5 miles in at the moment, so going well. We will need an ice pack when we get back on my back. We're trying to do away with the painkillers now and just literally if we're in trouble, in pain, we put an ice pack on. So just starting to get a little bit light drizzle again at the moment, everybody. So hopefully 20 minutes, 25 minutes, we'll get back in the camper. Right, so we're going to make a left turn here. If we go across the road in that direction, we can walk into Irflinborough through what they call Irflinborough Meadows, and if we go further along, we can go along to the Bridgeton shopping village, Nene Lakes, and that's where all the big shops are and that. But we're going back home via this direction, and let's get Sky on a lead. There you go. Dogs on lead, maximum penalty £1,000, and clean up obviously your dog mess. So this was an old railway track from years ago. In front there you can probably just about make out that was the sidings from, obviously there was a little station here, a little platform. I would guess it was probably Irflinborough station and that, but this is the old railway track, which is a cycle route now, pathway, and it will take you all the way to Ringstead, Woodford, Thrapston. So as I say, they made it nice for the public just to come and have a day out here. Right, there's lots of these little lakes dotted about. As I say, these were old gravel pits from years ago, so quite a few of them, as I say, with some nice little benches to have a sit and that. And as I say, wildlife is normally plentiful, but they're obviously all hiding away on this dull day in Northamptonshire. Yet another viewing bench and another carving here. I don't know what this is. Is it an owl? Let's have a look down here, Sky. Yeah, a little owl carving. Just take a seat and enjoy the view. Love you forever, RW. So we got the season ticket to come here. I think it costs us £52 a year now. It does keep going up every year, but we can come as many times as we like. Otherwise it costs you about £4 to just come in, park your car, no matter what you do, and that whether or not you just go for a coffee, a small walk, which which seems plenty. So as I say, we pay the annual fee, and now being retired, we can come during the weekends and have a nice little walk. It's about 6 miles from home, this is, so about a 10-minute drive, but it's lovely, quite flat. It does get flooded in places. You've probably seen my videos where we come on wet winter days, and unless you've got wellies on, you can't go any further. So that's the only little disappointing bit, but it's just remembering to bring some wellies in the wet season. Right, a little bit of a lookout spot here. Rest your camera lens on here and watch some of the wildlife. A little bit overgrown in some areas, but there you go. Right, so down this little track on my right, there's a bit of a little kiddies adventure playground down there. There is, and that's as I say, head down there. You can get out down the bottom end and back over the bridge and that, but the last time I come, I viewed down that bottom end and it was quite wet and boggy. On my left, that is the gate we would come out of if we ventured up the track from the lock gate, so that would have shortened the walk by possibly about 1.5 miles, 1.25 miles, but we've come the longer way. We can also venture back round that way if we wanted to, back to the car park, but we're going to go the quick way back now. The back is beginning to ache a little bit, so I will be grateful for a little sit down. We've got the little memorial here from the plane crash from years gone by. Well, I'll let you have a read yourself, everybody, but the crews of 2 USA AFB-17 Flying Fortresses collided in mid-air and crashed near this place on the 22nd of February 1944. So we've got the views of the visitor centre ahead. We're just over 3 miles now for the walk. So as I said, it will be about 3.5 by the time we've got to the car park. We must put some water in the camper now, everybody, and then we could obviously stop, make our own coffee if we wanted to. Right, so these are the heritage gardens and buildings. Accessible garden, so they're doing all these. And there's a new addition down that bottom, that new building. Currently working down there, so we won't go down there and show you, but possibly next time we come, that'll all be completed. The Roman garden being built. Now this place will be quite busy come next week if the weather's nice, being school holidays. Everybody comes over here with the children.
Time 1 hour 20 minutes. Distance 3.
These are some of the craftwork buildings. You can see from that tree, they've chopped it all out, and they're obviously going to do the same with that one on the top there, the big Bronze Age boat build. You've got the main visitor centre there. The building in front, that's a cycle hire. And we'll just show you where the outdoor cafe is. And the toilets are just here as well. That's the outdoor toilets. The cafe, not sure if it looks open today. Probably have to go and get a coffee inside if you required one. So we're just about done, everybody, on our walk today. As I say, that is, as I say, probably opens mainly at weekends. Probably doesn't have enough trade during the week. And there's some little chairs under this covered area and that. So yeah, that is Stanwick Lakes and the Nene Way, everybody. Right, that's it, everybody. I'm going to conclude this little walking video vlog for you for today. Thank you very much. If you made it to the end, do leave me a comment, do leave me a like, do hype it if you could, press that hype button, and we'll see you on the next one, whenever and wherever. So thank you again. So bye from Ian, bye from Sky.